This is the Analogue Pocket. More specifically, this is the Analogue Pocket Glow-in-the-Dark Edition. In this video, I'd like to examine the state of the Pocket in 2023 and help you decide if it's worth adding to your collection. The Analogue Pocket was officially released in December 2021, but as anyone who's tried to purchase one knows, supply has had trouble keeping up with demand. When you can buy an Analogue Pocket, these cost around $220 plus Analogue's rather expensive shipping, and for a special edition, you'll have to pay a little extra at $250. Prices on eBay go up from there. So for all that money, what can the Analogue Pocket do? That's a bit of a complicated answer. Out of the box, once it's updated with the latest firmware, it can play your Game Boy cartridges, has a great looking display, lets you cycle between different display modes, has a memories section for save states and screenshots, has a library feature to catalog titles and playtime, includes Nano Loop for music creation, has a large community of developers and enthusiasts, and includes Game Boy Studio for compatibility with community and homebrew games. Perhaps most importantly though, it has what Analogue calls Open FPGA. This allows developers to create custom cores on the Pocket and play other systems, NES, Sega Genesis, Atari, and others. With these cores, you can add your own legally obtained ROMs and dramatically expand the capabilities of the Pocket. There are a ton of community tools that help you manage these cores and add games. My personal favorite is Pocket Sync by Neil Morrison44 on GitHub. It has a very clean interface and makes it simple to add only the cores you're interested in. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see a tutorial on getting set up with the Pocket. So what makes this device unique? Well, it's a clone console that can play your physical carts with FPGA accuracy, and with a little work, it's a device capable of playing much of your ROM collection. I think it's the combination of those two things that makes this device unique. Emulation devices are everywhere. Some of my favorites include the Miyoo Mini Plus and GPI Case 2. While I'm a big fan of emulation for trying out new titles and exploring other systems, when it comes to my favorite games, I prefer to play physical copies. If you only emulate, you lose the collectability and nostalgia that comes with cartridges. Then there's original hardware, which is great, but it can be expensive, and if it's your childhood original or custom modded masterpiece, you may prefer it stay safely on the shelf. The Pocket fills the gap. It plays cartridges, plays ROMs, has a premium build and display, and you don't have to be concerned for its safety, aside from the cost. Speaking of, if you're willing to spend an extra $100, you can get the Pocket Dock. The dock, plus a controller, lets you play on your TV. Now let's address a couple downsides. Out of the box, my unit had issues with the volume buttons, issues being they didn't work. But after a reset through the settings menu and a firmware update, it's been smooth sailing. Secondly, the buying experience can be a bit of a hassle. While I was lucky enough to order directly from Analogue, it required saving my card information in advance, setting an alarm for the drop, and mastering some CAPTCHAs. Many people reported doing the same, but without success. Overall, I very much like the Analogue Pocket. If you're interested and have the opportunity to order one, I'd say go for it. Even if you only consider the Game Boy games it can play physical cartridges of, that's still a huge library of some of the best handheld games ever made. Analogue will also soon be releasing a set of adapters that will let you play physical carts of TurboGrafx 16, Neo Geo Pocket Color, and Atari Lynx, adding tons more games to the Pocket's physical cart library. Plus, with this being Analogue's most popular console, it's likely to get firmware updates and developer support well into the future. Anyway, thanks for sticking around until the end, and if you already haven't, make sure to like and subscribe for more retro-themed content, and help me bring it back.